Day 27 in my 30-day ephemera challenge. We're getting close to the end, you guys. This project's going to take an index card, an envelope, and 2 coordinating papers. So you could have paper pad paper, you could have digitals, but you'll want them to blend together. And we can take these things and make a free floating tag holder. Let's craft together. Hi, best buds. It's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. My envelope is 6.5 by 3.5 inches. You'll want to make sure that it's not too big for your journal pages. I could go smaller, but I probably wouldn't want to go any larger than this one here. We want to open up the envelope completely. I have some water in my sprayer, and I'm going to spray right here where the envelope has been glued together. I'm going to need to give it a little bit of time to soak in and release that glue. After a few moments, go ahead and see if you can get this open without ripping your envelope. It's still kind of stuck. I think I need to spray it a little bit more, give it a little bit more time. Let's see if we can get this open now. Some envelopes come apart really easy, and others are a little more stubborn. There, that side's released. I'm actually going to use my scissors here just so I don't rip. There we go. This is what you want. You want this envelope to be open like this. Now you're going to need to let this dry. Use a hair dryer, maybe you have a heat gun. Set it outside if you have a hot sunny day, but you want this to dry before we can continue. Now, because this is a mass make, I'm going to go ahead and take a few more of the envelopes and open them up too. It's stuck down more. There we go. Now let's get this side. So I have my envelopes and they're open. I've chosen these 2 prints to be what I use for my ephemera, for one of them. And when you're looking at your prints, you want one to be more subdued than the other one. You don't want 2 prints that are super busy. You want one to be, I'm just going to say, a little calmer. But these 2 are busy, but one is really dark and the other one's a lot lighter. So that's an exception. And these 2 are my 3rd envelope that I'm making. So you can see this one's busy. This one's busy too, but it's more muted. And you want them to blend well together. The print that is more subdued, I like it better on what I'm going to consider the inside of our floating pocket. We're going to need to have our envelopes dry. We don't want to glue on top of wet envelopes, and I need to get them dry. My envelope is dry, so I'm just going to fold it back. And when we pull this portion down, we're going to glue these 2 flaps down onto the back of the envelope itself. So I'm going to add my glue and then just glue this closed. So we're not going to have that section of the envelope. We're going to reinforce our envelope by gluing those pieces down. Now we can bring in our paper that's not as busy. It's a little more muted. You could use book page. This happens to be a paper pad paper. And we want to turn it over. And this is the inside, it folded up like this. It's where the glue is on the flap. And we're going to add extra glue because we want all this to be covered with that selected paper. And then I'll turn it over and I'll glue it down like this. And then you'll want to trim it out. Now I can see it very well. I'm sure you're having trouble seeing it maybe. You might be having trouble seeing it, but in person, you're able to trim it out easily because you can see where that envelope has been added to your paper. And I'm going to set this aside because I need this to dry before I add more glue on it. The next thing that we're going to want to do is cover the other side of our envelope. Now you can use whatever glue that you want. If you like a glue stick, you could use a glue stick. If you want fabric tack or tacky glue, any of those glues will be perfect. And then just press it down and trim it out. It's much easier to see now to trim it out, isn't it? Now you'll definitely need to let this dry before we fold it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this page onto this one and this page onto this one. If this looks different than what it was looking like, it's because these two are completely new. It's because, well, basically I am just exhausted. I stayed up to 2 last night filming and editing my video because my day was so full. I had to do other things. And I am just exhausted. I can't see straight. So I got up to let the dogs out. And when I came back, I glued the wrong page on the wrong page. So I have some different prints here, but that's going to be okay. I have my covered envelope. It doesn't even look like an envelope anymore, does it? This is my inside, and you can tell how you're going to lay this out by the flat portion's going to be at the top and the flat portion's going to be at the bottom. So here's another one of those envelopes. Flat, 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 flat. Okay, so that's how they go. So from my point here, I'm going to do 1 inch, 2 inch, and a half. And that's where I'm going to place my ruler. And then bend this piece up along that ruler. And for the other side, I'm going to placing my ruler at the 2 inch mark. So this is the edge of this flap is what that is. This is the bottom of the envelope originally. 2 inches, and place my ruler right here, and then press this up so it's going to give you a straight fold. And then we can bring our bone folder in and go ahead and crease it on both sides. That rolled on me a little bit. That's really pretty. If you want to sew your piece of ephemera, you'd want to do it when it's at this stage instead of waiting till you fold it. And I also think inking might be much easier when it's like this instead of waiting to when you've already folded it. So with that said, I have my tea-dyed ink, and I'm going to ink up my piece. So let's review. From the tip, we're going in 2.5 inches. There we go, 2.5 inches. And we'll bring this up along the ruler. And this one on this side, we're bringing it up 2 inches. Give that a crease. Now we can go ahead and really crease it down well with our bone folder. So we have this one And I have this one, and I have this one. All right, next what we want to do is we want to add a little bit of decoration. I have some thin lace here on this flap that comes to a point. I would like to add my lace like this. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun to do that. And do the same thing on this side of my flap. I'm going to be adding my lace to all of the pointed flaps of the other two envelopes. On this side of my flap, I want to add some flat back pearls. Now I have my index card. This is a 3" by 5" index card. I have coffee dyed kind of the back side a little bit, one side mainly. And I'm going to use my punch to make this into a tag shape. And then I'll ink up the edges with my tea dye ink and bring in your standard hole punch. And we're going to punch a hole in the side that has the flat side, not the pointy side. And you want to place it in far enough that it doesn't rip out. And I'm going to add my sari silk through that hole and around. And then give it a tie. So we're going to hold this together. And now you can slip your tag right in this holder. Here's one that I made earlier, and you could stick lots of these pieces of ephemera in this pocket. It will hold quite a few pieces. You can paper clip it into a pocket. Look how beautiful that looks on the blue page. You can paper clip them in or pop them into a pocket. Look how beautiful on the coffee dyed paper, on a printed paper, or even on a small page. I hope that you have enjoyed this free floating tag holder. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.